Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next side, next side, next side, next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Thursday, February 23, 2023. In the headlines, burning gas cylinder results in death of Khalees resident. Andy Williams announces plans to vie for position of NDC General Secretary. MNIB employees to receive severance and other termination benefits from next Tuesday. Prominent attorney Ruggles Ferguson appointed King's Counsel. In around the globe regionally, Guyana's president vows to expose individuals responsible for the country's suspension from the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative. Internationally, Florida TV journalist and child shot dead at scene of earlier murder. Thus in the sports news, action in the Kwapbang GUT Primary Schools Parish Games. Good evening, I'm Kenroy, Baptiste, live at Television Center at the Grenada Broadcasting Network. We'll bring you the details after this.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Thanks for joining us. A burning gas cylinder led to one man's death at Khalees in St. George. Now the village mourns the loss of a good soul, a handyman, and a favorite in the community. Some of the video footage in the upcoming report may be disturbing, and as such, viewer discretion is advised. Here's the report as compiled by my colleague, Christina John.
Under this rubber tree was his preferred hangout spot, a safe haven for Darius Nicholas, aka Owl or Zebu, as he was affectionately called. Now, all that's visible are pictures of him pinned onto the tree, one of which reads, "You will be forever missed. We love you." The 56-year-old Khalees St. George resident was severely burnt while attempting to remove a gas cylinder that caught a fire. As a result, he was hospitalized. The incident occurred last Thursday. 4 days later, he succumbed to his injuries. Not much else inside the home was destroyed. Henry Nicholas, uncle of the deceased with whom he lived, recalled what happened around 9 p.m. that night.
Because for ice, and when you come back, you may like this over that happened. It was on my bed, and I just see fire, and I jump out, I run out. Yeah, that was all. I don't know nothing else again. The place was blazing, the whole kitchen. I knew everything was blazing. I ran out in the fire. Yeah, that was it. He get it out, but I run out already. I don't know how he get it out, but after I just see chewing water on the ground, lift and but I no cylinder is blow, they go blow. So his water can't hold that. But look at him, the head burn out, so it fumes just go on the ground and just burn out until the gas done.
Nicholas's brother says he was well loved. In this village shop, these are the guys with whom all oftentimes knock a game of dominoes. He will be greatly missed, they said. A few moved to tears.
Nobody.
I was playing games for the whole morning, and I had to go in town, and you come. Don't tell me no cry. Right here.
Nobody.
He's
Never meet nobody.
a loved one. And I don't know what arrangement being made for his burial, but it should be a state holiday in Cali's for Grey Owl or...
If you come in here, like somebody coming here with 5 bags, and he see that and make ship come back, he will just bring it and help them. He was very, very helpful. Very helpful. I could say that, say point blank, everybody will miss all around this place.
And the community lose a good one.
And the community lose a good one. I will say all that.
Good friend. Day and night he with us, moving around, helping, play with domino, and enjoy ourselves. Yes. And we cool. As how he go, he cool. Yeah. Here how he die, he feel everybody. Yes. I sleep and like to me, like I seen him.
Even the shopkeeper, whom he calls his mother, is in grief at his passing. She has decided, with the contribution from friends of all, to have a vigil for him.
Sorry to hear when that happened to all. And when that happened to all, my hand was damaged. I couldn't even run like how I should go to notice him, And then when I get to hear he die, well, I get a headache until up to now my head hurt me. Because you see, all was a real good friend in the community. Everybody, as somebody reach a drop from the boss, you see, go run, you go take the bag, you go with it, They could tell him, well, all I need some gas, you see, go, now for no one get the gas and help them in the community. He was a fella who go real miss, and he died so quick, less than no time, all gone and rest. But his soul rest in peace. Never forget all. He does call me Miss Ting. I say, yes, Mr. Ting.
Christina John, GBN News.
Police have arrested and charged Michael Patrick McQuilkin, alias Brooklyn, a 35-year-old shopkeeper of Williamson Road, St. George, in connection with last Saturday's shooting incident at Saigon Sugar Mill, St. George. McQuilkin was charged with attempted non-capital murder, possession of a firearm, and possession of ammunition. He's scheduled to make his first court appearance at the St. George's Magistrates Court on Friday, February 24, 2023. Now, 18 months behind bars, with the remaining 15 months suspended for a period of 2 years. That's the sentence handed down on a St. George's man following a murder which occurred 13 years ago. Christina John tells us more.
Almost 13 years since Derek John of Beaulieu St. George was killed, sentencing was handed down on Thursday by Justice Veronica Charles Clark on Andre John. Following previous adjournments, Andre John was given a 2-year and 9-month sentence following a charge of manslaughter by negligence. The Beaulieu St. George resident will spend 18 months behind bars, while the remaining 15 months have been suspended for a period of 2 years. Upon his release, he will be placed on a 12-month bond. Andre John was slapped with a charge of manslaughter by negligence for causing the death of Derek John, who was 52 years old at the time. This incident occurred back on December 3, 2010. However, Andre John confessed and was charged 10 years later in 2021. Family members of the deceased, who appeared not satisfied with the outcome of the matter, were present for the handing down of this morning's sentencing. They did not wish to comment to the media. A charge of manslaughter by negligence carries a maximum penalty of 14 years. Christina John, GBN News.
We continue with news from the court, but at this time we are going over to the Sister Isle of Petite Martinique. In November 2019, the Sister Isle recorded its first homicide in modern history with the death of Vincentian Kenroy Brown. Just over 3 years later, a jury has found his accused killer, Andre Lavier, guilty of manslaughter. Nisha Paul reports.
A 12-member jury delivered the guilty manslaughter verdict this afternoon to conclude the 3-week trial before Madam Justice Paula Guilford at the St. George's No. 1 High Court. Andre Lavier, a 29-year-old fisherman of Bellevue, Petite Martinique, was initially charged with non-capital murder in connection with the November 2nd, 2019 death of 39-year-old Kenroy Brown. Brown was found in the early morning hours lying along the Bellevue Public Road following a physical altercation with his now convicted killer. According to the autopsy report, Brown, who resided in Petite Martinique up to the time of his death, died as a result of strangulation. Lavier was represented in court by attorney Anselm Clouden, who advanced the defense that the fatal physical altercation between the two men was accidental.
Plain and simple, it was an accident.
What was the injury?
Well, the injury that caused death, according to the doctor's testimony, Dr. Coy. He said that there were marks around the neck, evidence that during the struggle, the deceased locks, the accused held on to it, and during the struggle tightened and must have pulled on it because at some time he's on top one on top the other, and there's evidence from the doctor that the impact of the skin on these, there was a lot of laceration and abrasions to the skin, evidence in a struggle, a fight. And he must have pulled the locks too tight, and if you stop blood from going to the brain, in 10 seconds he would have gone unconscious, and the doctor said in 2-3 minutes he's a dead man.
The attorney explains that the jury was not able to deliver a conclusive verdict on the non-capital murder charge, which carries a maximum penalty of life imprisonment.
We had contended that there was no intention to kill in the context of what transpired, and that as a consequence the Crown had failed to discharge the burden of proof, that is, proof beyond reasonable doubt, because of that element of intentionally causing the death. We raised the defense of accident and self-defense. Once the jury, I assume, had not unanimously found him guilty of intentional and unlawfully causing the death of Kenroy Brown, then they had the alternative verdict of manslaughter.
Clouden says his client's case is quite an unusual one for the Sister Isle of Petite Martinique, considering circumstances that gave rise to the fatal altercation.
There's no evidence that there was any animosity or any ill feeling, or, as a matter of fact, they couldn't find a motive. There was no motive, and that was cited to the court and to the jury. The prosecution couldn't find a motive because every witness gave evidence that how peace-loving these two gentlemen were. Lived together, one is a fisherman and one is a handyman, the deceased. And he's quite a handyman in Petite Martinique. When he comes in, he went to school there, he lives there for some time. He has lived there for over 15 years. One of the witnesses, Dory, said.
Clouden says the court has ordered a social inquiry report, which is due sometime in March, ahead of sentencing, which has been scheduled for April 4th. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
This is Network News. Still ahead from us, we'll have a report on plans by Andy Williams to vie for the position of NDC General Secretary. He thinks someone with a higher profile is needed for the job. That and more after the break.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Grenada, after 10 years.
Hey, Grenada, this is Pastor Donnie McClurkin, and get this, I am coming to the land of spice.
The multi-award-winning Pastor Donnie McClurkin is back live at the Grenada National Stadium for one night of praise and worship, where your hearts will be lifted heavenward, joined by some of Grenada's finest gospel talent, Lexton Mitchell, Edson Mitchell, Ajabu, Spice Worship Ministry, Nicole Fletcher Newton and Company, Touch of Grace, and the PBC Choir. Tickets are on sale now, $50, and can be found at all major ticket outlets and at your local churches. Don't miss this unique experience with classic songs like Stand, We Fall Down, Caribbean Medley, Great Is Your Mercy, and many more. Friday, 7th April 2023 at 7 p.m.
I got my mind made up, and I won't turn back, because I want to see my Jesus someday.
We're back! Grenada's Wester Hall White Jack Workboat Regatta 2023, Saturday 25th and Sunday 26th February. 2 days of hard racing and fun fetting on Grandad's Beach. It's We Regatta with Wester Hall Rums, sponsored by Wester Hall White Jack Rum, Grenada Tourism Authority, NLA Blast, Carib, the official Regatta Bear, Budget Marine, SIFH Group, Glenelg Natural Spring Water, the Regatta Water, McIntyre Brothers and Yamaha, Camper and Nicholson Marinas, Brighton and Miners with Campery and Smirnoff Vodka, Ramdani's True Value and Harris Spain, Coca-Cola Grenada, Flow, West Hall White Jack, Workboat Regatta, 25th and 26th February, Grandad's Beach, we rum, we regatta, be there.
Good day, Mr. James. I'm just here looking at Grenlec's new mobile app.
Sounds great. Can I use it to check my bill balance?
Absolutely. Let me show you. Enter your account number and Grenlec access number, and that's it. You can now check your balance, track your usage, receive outage alerts, and get updates from Grenlec in real time. You can even use the app to report a power outage or a fault with a pole or street light. Add as many accounts as you want. Track your business account, apartment rentals, and Granny's account, all in one convenient place.
Thanks, Susan. I'll be telling everyone I know about Grenlec's new app.
The Grenlec mobile app. Download for 24/7 access.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you'll be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible. I can back my sack. I can take the long road, 'cause it's okay to look back if I am scared. I know you're there. Arise, together there's no limit to what we can do. Arise, with no wings, fly. Arise, and we're so high, enjoy the view. Arise, look, no wings, fly.
This is Ariza, your financial freedom, your future.
Do you know, when you play the games of the National Lotteries Authority, you are supporting sports, culture, and nation building in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique?
Hi, I am Junior Murray, cricket coach, sports enthusiast, and a former West Indies cricketer. I endorse the games of the NLA 100%. For the past 40 years, the NLA has been funding many sporting activities, including competition for schools and clubs, and for athletes to participate in overseas tournaments such as the Carifta Games and the regional cricket tournaments. For those reasons, I play the game of the NLA. Even if I do not win, I know Grenada always wins.
Yes, when you play all the games, the NLA in turn supports sports, culture, and nation-building activities throughout the Tri-Island state.
Book your spot now to see the Spice Boys in action against the Barbados national team in February. On Wednesday, February 22nd, the action is at the Fun Recreation Ground in St. Patrick from 7 p.m. We then head to the National Stadium from 7 p.m. on Friday, February 24th. And finally, we go to Guelph at the Cuthbert Peters Park on Sunday, February 26th from 4 p.m. Come out in your numbers and support our boys as they prepare for the USA. Admission at the door, $15 for adults and $5 for children. Expect fun, excitement, and competitive football. February 22nd, 24th, and 26th. Grenada versus Barbados. Don't you miss it.
Somebody call Waggy me call. This is madness. Total madness. Sunday, March 5th from 5 p.m. The National Stadium comes alive as Megaforce Promotion presents its first big event for 2023. March Madness Mega Bingo. And you can win a whopping $100,000 in cash.
Wait, is $100,000 you just said it?
Yes, $100K in cash could be yours. Tickets are $60 for one or $100 for two. You gotta be mad to miss that. Remember, Sunday, March 5th, National Stadium. Get ready for March Madness Mega Bingo. This is madness, total madness.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
The National Democratic Congress is due to hold its first convention in 2 weeks following its victory at the June 22 general elections. Minister for Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, Andy Williams, has announced his intention to run for a position on the executive. GBN understands that he plans to contest the position of General Secretary. We can tell you too, the current Member of Parliament for St. George South constituency is quoted as saying he believes the position needs someone with a high profile, like a government minister who can intensify project implementation. He said he decided to take on the challenge out of a belief that the party needs a new image and a new vibe. The current General Secretary is Larry Barry. Party member Rafael Paul is said to have expressed an interest in running for the key position of Assistant General Secretary at the upcoming convention, which is scheduled for March 5 at MacDonald College in St. Patrick. Grenada's first chocolate factory is still in operation and producing at optimum levels. GBN's Beverly Telesford visited the chocolate factory and caught up with its operations.
We're still here. Mott Green, Doug Brown, and Edmund Brown's vision from 1999, Grenada's first modern tree-to-bar chocolate factory in Hermitage, St. Patrick, is still renowned for producing some of the best quality chocolates in Grenada. The Grenada Chocolate Company produces high-quality organic dark chocolate from the world-famous Trinitario cocoa bean. The GCC opened its own factory outlet store called Bon Bon Chocolates, where they produce a wide variety of delicious chocolates right on site, using only local ingredients, combining the dark chocolate with the many fruits, nuts, and spices of Grenada. GBN visited the Bon Bon site on Wednesday and caught up with supervisor Ms. Vilma Fullerton.
Right now we do the chocolate, make the bars, we do the small ones, and we do the chef bars. That's the only product we do inside here at the point in time.
The company continues to produce a variety of chocolate products.
So this is the 100%. This one has no sugar. This is the 82%. We have 18% of sugar and 82 cocoa. Here we have the 71%. Then we have the salty. The salty is 71%, but we use sea salt to put Belicious. It's a product from the 60%, but this one has pieces of cocoa in it.
Fullerton said production at the Bon Bon shop had been disrupted for a while, but the GCC maintains its standards as the best at what it does.
With COVID, we were not able to assemble together, so we couldn't come in to do nothing at all. And then afterwards we had to move from over there because we were no longer able to walk over there, so we had to move out. We were able to move. We went to the warehouse in Belmont, and then we came over to the shop that we had here, the Bon Bon shop.
While the chocolate is made at the Bon Bon shop, the other products are created at the company's warehouse at Belmont Estate. As GBN left the premises, we captured what Miss Fullerton calls a daily occurrence. Children from the nearby schools passing by the factory to see if they can salvage some chocolate treats. Doug Brown died from cancer in November 2008. Maud Green died in an electrical accident in June 2013. Edmund Brown is the sole surviving founder, and he continues to be a part of the chocolate-making process from time to time. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Other news: government will pay severance and other termination benefits to the employees of the Marketing and National Importing Board, MNIB, from next Tuesday. A press release issued by the GIS states that payments will be made at the Treasury commencing at 8:30 a.m. The payments are part of government's decision to reform the MNIB with a view to increasing food security. Government plans to accomplish this by rationalizing and improving the coordination of food collection, storage, preservation, and distribution, including exportation in the agriculture sector. We can tell you 2 employees will be required to present their national insurance card, termination letter, and sign for receipt of their checks. Well, prominent Grenadian attorney Ruggles Ferguson has climbed another rung of the legal ladder. He has been appointed to the position of King's Counsel. The instruments of appointment were handed over this morning by Governor-General Dame Cécile Lagrenade. In the past, individuals who attained that position were named Queen's Counsel. However, with the 2022 passing of Her Majesty the Queen, any such appointments are made in the name of King Charles III. Ruggles Ferguson's appointment will be formalized at a special sitting of the High Court. Citizens want to see improvement as a dilapidated bridge can result in accidents and/or injuries. It's time to take a peek through the GBN eyesore lens.
A good eye catches all. GBN Eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
A concerned citizen submitted tonight's GBN eyesore. This is the bridge in Pearl, St. Andrew, heading towards the old airport where multiple tourists visit. The bridge is videographed in deplorable condition, with pieces of the bridge missing. Our citizen journalist said, and I quote, "We are tired of the repairs being done on a regular basis. This is the worst I've seen it. We need a new bridge." End quote. Over the years, the safety of the bridge has always been a concern for motorists and pedestrians in the area. It had been closed for repairs on more than one occasion. The bridge is officially listed as the Simon Acro Panel Bridge. Our eyesore line is always open to your submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Next in the news, the CT scan at the radiology department at the General Hospital is up and functioning. We'll talk about that.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one later ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch in stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Shop at Southern Electrical for all your security camera needs. We offer a wide variety of cameras ranging from solar cameras with or without lights, 4G cameras, Wi-Fi and PoE kits, 4th channel, 8 channels, 16 channels, replacement cameras for PoE. Standalone Wi-Fi cameras, wall lamp or bulb, floodlights with cameras, watch cameras, pen cameras, and much more. We are located at Dusty Highway in Brana and St. George. Southern Electrical, best value, expert advice, quality product. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook today.
Start the new year right with extra cash when you take your next Quartz Ready Cash loan. Get $100 Quartz Cash with your $5,000 loan and double the rewards with your next loan of $8,000 or over. Get your loan now and pay nothing down and get 30 days to make your first installment. Plus, hassle-free service, flexible payment terms, and 24-hour approval. All you need to apply is your ID, proof of address, payslip, references, and a job letter. Let's ring in the new year with some extra cash from Quartz Ready Cash. Conditions apply. Quartz Ready Cash. We are ready when you are.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
And so it begins. A journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
You ate well, drank and indulged, laughed and had so much fun for the festive season. But now it's time. It's time for some serious detox business at Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Start the year right with your health as a priority. Cleanse and flush your blood, liver, and kidneys with quality herbs and supplements. Purchase one of our detox combo packs starting from $100. Purchase a full body detox pack starting from $500. Get 10% off on colonic irrigation. Get a chance to win a free colonic irrigation treatment and product coupons with every purchase. We are located in Grandans, minutes before the Food Fair Shopping Center, immediately opposite the old Capital Bank building in the Regency Commercial Suites. Give us a call at 231-6642 or 418-7115 or visit nirvana.gd for more info. It's time for some serious detox business at Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. We know real body care. This offer is valid until March 31st, 2023. Terms and conditions apply.
We're back here at Television Center. The CT scan at the radiology department at the General Hospital is up and functioning. That's according to Naomi Jeremiah, Permanent Secretary with responsibility for community and hospital services. The PS indicated that the fees for the CT scan have been approved by Cabinet and gazetted. The fees, she says, are listed at the General Hospital. There are provisions for exemptions. However, these are based on recommendations from a social worker to the hospital management, allowing for some individuals to be exempt.
Now, the fees are important as the operations of the CT scan is very costly to government, and the fees are needed in order to provide further services to other persons that need the services of the CT scan. So I'm happy to announce that the CT scan is in operation. I think in Grenada we have one of those scans at Sam's and Speyside and at the General Hospital. And maybe persons can do a survey. The fees at the hospital are very minimal in comparison to the other service providers.
Jeremiah explains the importance of the equipment and the benefits and convenience to patients.
What it means that diagnostic analysis can be done at a very quick rate, in that persons won't have to travel to outside or to other private facilities. We at the hospital can provide immediate diagnostic as to certain diagnostics that are needed to determine the course of action for treatment. So it's very important to us that we have that equipment. Again, we are happy for the donors that donated that equipment to Grenada. And it's a very big plus for us at the hospital.
We'll be back with the sports news, followed by Around the Globe.
we support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Sunday, February 26th, it's Savior's Day with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. His subject, the War of Armageddon has begun.
The Great War has begun. And foreign wars and the plagues that are hitting America and the world is destroying the American economy.
Sunday, February 26th, live in the Wintrust Arena. Doors open at noon. Get your tickets now at all Ticketmaster outlets and get all the details at noi.org.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Kariakou Pool and Pet Supplies, located opposite the bus terminal in Hillsborough, provides you with all your pool and pets needs. We offer the following products: dogs and puppy food, animal accessories such as toys, clippers, collars, cat litter, dewormer, animal vitamins, insecticide, plant food, and all your pooling equipment from start to finish. We also offer the following services: cleaning and treating of pools weekly or fortnightly, pump repairs, pool estimations and repairs. We open from Monday to Friday 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We can be contacted at 443-6575 or visit our Facebook page, Kariakou Pool and Pet Supplies.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money team.
Good evening, sporting fans. First off, St. George's and St. Patrick's GUT branches were the first 2 parishes to start the Core Bank primary schools parish games today. Athletes from both parishes took to the track today to ensure that their individual schools were victorious. St. George has 14 primary schools within the parish. At the conclusion of the St. George's Parish Games, St. George's Methodist won in the girls' division, whereas South St. George Government captured the championship title in the boys' division. We can tell you too that over in St. Patrick, 6 schools from within the parish competed for supremacy. At the end of the day today, combined overall scores in the girls and boys divisions: St. Patrick's Catholic 991, St. Patrick's Anglican 753, and Hermitage Government 605 placed first, second and third respectively. In tomorrow's sportscast, we'll have a comprehensive report on the Kwapbang GUT Primary Schools Parish Games held today. Right, the senior men's national team drew 1-1 in their first international friendly against Barbados at Fur Plain Field on Thursday. Though missing a few chances to find the net, Team Grenada commanded much of the match. Jamal Ray Charles added his name to the scorecard once again for Grenada in the 91st minute of play when the Spice Boys were awarded a penalty. Although the penalty was poorly taken and saved by the Barbadian keeper, that did not daunt Charles from capitalizing on the rebound to score. Charles had this to say.
It's a very nice feeling. Everyone was happy. Well, a bit sad at the end. A lot of concentration and we conceded a goal, but it's a good feeling. And going forward, we will correct our mistakes. The game plan, I cannot say the game plan, but just know we'll correct our mistakes and we'll do a better job next game.
Speaking after the 1-0 result, interim head coach of the senior men's national team, Anthony Nixon Modeste, said though disappointed that they did not get the win, he's pleased with the team's performance.
Really cannot fault them for effort. They played extremely well. Because for the past few weeks or so, a month, 2 months, we've been training by ourselves. We haven't had our opponent to play against. And it's the first time we've played against our opponent with this team. I think they did extremely well. It's unfortunate that we gave up a goal in the last. We are disappointed. We have every right to be disappointed, but we grow from there and we move along.
Modeste says the coach and staff will now go back to the drawing board and look forward to a win the next match. Grenada's next match against Barbados will be on Friday, February 24 at Karani James Athletic Stadium from 7 p.m. and February 26 at Cuthbert Peters Park in Guave from 4 p.m. Trinidad and Tobago senior men will face off with Jamaica in 2 away international friendlies on March 11 and 14. The matches were agreed upon last week and the tour was officially announced at a press conference hosted by the Jamaican Football Federation on Tuesday. The first match takes place at the Montego Bay Sports Complex in Catherine Hall, and the second will be played at the National Stadium in Kingston. Both matches will fall outside of the FIFA International window. TNT will be using the matches as preparation for the upcoming CONCACAF Nations League and Gold Cup qualifiers versus the Bahamas in Nassau on March 24 and against Nicaragua on March 27 at the Dwight York Stadium. This story to report: Britain's Andy Murray reached his first ATP semi-final since June by going the distance again to beat French qualifier Alexandre Muller at the Qatar Open. Murray, 35, fought back to win 4-6, 6-1, 6-2 against 26-year-old Muller, who was playing in his first ATP quarterfinal. The Scot will play Jiri Lehecka in the last 4 after the 21-year-old Czech beat top seed Andrei Rublev Murray, who last reached the semi-finals of a tournament at Stuttgart Open, has long been targeting deeper runs and playing against the inexperienced Muller. However, the issue for Murray in recent months has been recovering from grueling battles in time for the next match. All of his 4 previous wins in 2023 had gone the distance to a deciding set, showcasing Murray's fighting spirit and physical endurance. That's the sports news for now. First off, the Guyanese president has vowed to expose and hold accountable those individuals who are responsible for the country's temporary suspension from the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative. We get this report from Guyana News Source.
Hours after it was confirmed that Guyana has been suspended from the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative over its failure to submit the 4th report, President Irfaan Ali expressed his disappointment, telling the nation in an address that the country's failure to submit the report within the specified timeline is unacceptable.
In relation to the EITI report, I've already made it clear that it is unacceptable to have a delay in the submission of a report.
Guyana was required to submit its 4th report on or before the 31st of December of 2022 for the period 1st to 31st of December 2020, but the country missed the deadline. The president also said it was unacceptable for the group to put the country's reporting framework at stake and ultimately damage the country's credibility. Nonetheless, he said that he is pleased that the terms of reference for the independent administrator has been approved and the report will now be done expeditiously.
I want to make this very clear that Guyana was given an extension by the EITI Secretariat as communicated to me by the Minister. I want to further say that Guyana stands committed in working with the EITI Secretariat in fulfilling our responsibility and our mandate. And we are going to further strengthen the MSG to ensure that the credibility of Guyana, to ensure the work in relation to transparency and accountability of our natural resource sector is not affected by ulterior motives or desire. The only desire of this government is to have strong monitoring framework.
Noting that such a failure will not reoccur, the president warned that those responsible will be exposed and held accountable. He reported that an extension has been granted by the international group, but on the group's website there is no information about any extension.
TV reporter Dylan Lyons, 24, and a 9-year-old girl have been fatally shot near Orlando, Florida, close to the scene of a murder that took place hours earlier. The second reporter, Jesse Walden, and the girl's mother were shot and injured by the same gunman, who is also suspected of the other homicide. WKMG News 6 has this report.
We're told the News 13 photojournalist who was shot is responsive and has been able to speak with detectives. It comes as the sheriff's office is working to learn why he and his reporter were targeted, as well as a mother and her 9-year-old child in an act of senseless violence. This This morning, there are a lot of unknowns as an investigation is underway into the violence that claimed the lives of 3 in Pine Hills. Among the dead were a 9-year-old and News 13 reporter Dylan Lyons.
So it's unclear why exactly they were targeted, and certainly we're going to look into that.
Orange County Sheriff John Mina says 19-year-old Keith Moses likely knew a 20-year-old he's accused of killing yesterday morning. Later in the afternoon, Mina says Moses returned, shooting Lyons and his photographer who were in their vehicle.
It is unclear if he knew they were news media or not. We're still trying to work all of that out. That vehicle was almost exactly in the same spot as the vehicle was from the homicide this morning.
Mina says Moses then went to a nearby home, shooting a woman and her 9-year-old daughter who died. Investigators say it doesn't appear the suspect had a connection to those victims as well.
It is unclear why the suspect entered that home.
Now, at this point, News 13 again has identified the photojournalist who was shot as Jesse Walden. So far, the sheriff's office is not naming the child, her mother, or the other woman who was shot. We're expecting further updates later today. For now, reporting live in Orlando, Mark Lehman, getting results, News 6.
At least 49 people are still missing, and the death toll from the collapse of an open-pit coal mine in northern China has risen to 4. Work had been suspended for several hours after an additional landslide at the gigantic facility following Wednesday's mine collapse in the Inner Mongolia region. More in this Euronews report.
49 people are still missing, and the death toll from the collapse of an open-pit coal mine in northern China has risen to 4. Work had been suspended for several hours after an additional landslide at the facility. Following Wednesday's mine collapse, Chinese state media said the landslide struck on Wednesday evening, 5 hours after the initial cave-in of one of the pit's walls, which buried people and mining trucks below. A Chinese news agency said about 900 rescuers with heavy equipment were on the scene.
Stay with us. We'll remind you of the headlines after this. This is GBN, a reminder of the headlines. Burning gas cylinder results in death of Khalees resident. Andy Williams announces plans to vie for position of NDC General Secretary. MNIB employees to receive severance and other termination benefits from next Tuesday. Prominent attorney Ruggles Ferguson appointed King's Counsel. In around the globe, regionally, Ghana's president vows to expose individuals responsible for the country's suspension from the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative. Internationally, Florida TV journalist and child shot dead at scene of earlier murder. Plus, in the sports news, in the Quabbang GUT primary schools parish games today, following the games in St. George, we can tell you St. George's Methodist and South St. George Government School won the girls and boys divisions respectively. Relative to the games in St. Patrick, the combined overall scores in the girls and boys division, St. Patrick's Catholic emerged victorious. Congrats to them all. Don't forget, we have a comprehensive report on the parish games held today in tomorrow's Sportscast. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. That's all from us in the newsroom for now. Have a good night.